In the name of Allah, the most compassionate, the most merciful. Education, education, and education. Education was and is considered something which is very important. As for the human life is concerned, it makes a person, it makes a person great. It actually brings the best out of oneself. And prior to this education, which is being taught in the educational institution, either public or private one, either being self financed or being paid and financed by the governments, I think so it is really and really something very important. Prior to this education, the training at the home by the parents and the training along with this early education, I think this is also something very important, or maybe even more important as compared to the education in the educational institutions are concerned. Not then, after, once we do enter the practical life of us, I think then it is the money and the finance, if at all it is available to us, or if at all we do earn it out of our own career, out of the employment and the job we have taken, we have succeeded in obtaining. I think these three things are very much important. The training at the home first, the education at the educational institutions then, and afterward it is the finance, it is the money which makes our life and which helps us a lot in building our life. And what is something, if at all there is somebody who is not fortunate enough, who is not lucky enough, who is not so lucky that he could achieve and he could obtain all of these things, the training at home first, the education at the educational institutions then, and the finance of money. And then if at all a person is not having all of these things, if a person is very weak as far these three things is concerned, I think there is one window of opportunity, there is one window which is very much important, rather extremely important to a person like this one who is not possessing the three of these things. What is that? It is the art of life, it is the positive thinking, it is the art of keeping one's moral high on the one hand and teaching us the techniques and the rest of the knowledge. As for this knowledge of the art of life is concerned, we were instructed by prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, that gain knowledge from cradle to grave, from the very start of your life till the very end of it. I think we need to learn, and learning is something which brings the best out of ourselves. We need to bring the best out of ourselves. Money is important, money is really important, education is important, and the training at home prior to the early education and during the early education, it is something really important. But if at all we were not lucky enough, we were not fortunate enough to obtain all of those three things, we are lacking and lacking a lot. As for the three of these things are concerned, we need to learn this art of life. Today is the digital age, and the motivational speakers are available everywhere else. I'm not saying that whatever they do teach is 100% right. It is like the kind of training, the kind of education we the people do get, and that too was not 100% right. In the same manner, as for this motivational talks are concerned, as for this motivational speaking is concerned, this too might not be 100% correct. And there is not just one speaker, there are dozens and dozens and dozens of it, because this is the age of social media, because this is the age, this is the digital age, and all the information are so easily available. We need to gain these information, we need to learn this knowledge, we need to learn these skills, because these are something extremely important if at all we want to keep our boat afloat. If at all we want to keep our boat afloat, keeping our boat afloat is of extreme importance. Why? Because the time we have got is a very limited one, because the life we have got is a very limited one. During this very limited period of time, we need to live it well, we need to spend it well, we need to protect it, protect ourselves, we need to protect ourselves from the despair, from the hopelessness. We need to protect ourselves from all sort of junk thoughts, and from there is so much and so much of the junk available in here in this world, from everywhere else. We need to protect ourselves from all of this garbage and junk. Garbage and junk mean the bad thoughts, the negative thoughts, the thoughts which actually depresses us, the thoughts which actually takes us towards the negativity. We need to protect ourselves from all sort of negativity, we need to protect ourselves from all sort of garbage, from all sort of junk, and we need to refine ourselves, we need to keep the healthy thoughts only, and we need to get rid of the unhealthy thoughts. The unhealthy thoughts are available in the shape of the negative thinking. So much of negativity is spread around us. We need to protect ourselves, and we need to internalize the positivity and the positive thoughts in ourselves, because these positive thoughts provides us with the energy, because these positive thoughts actually keep us active and energetic. If at all we want to succeed here in this life, if at all we want to live a good life, we need to remain active, we need to keep working, we need to keep working hard, we need to keep working smart, and for all of that we do need the energy, and the positive thoughts do provide us with the energy, which is a much needed one. We need to learn the positive thoughts, we need to listen, we need to listen the positivity coming out of the mouths of the motivational speakers, of the life coaches, of the trainers. There are people who have taken it as a profession. No problem, we can listen to them on the social media, we can listen to them because the information are readily available. We can read the stuff, and also there are informal people who are actually possessing the wisdom in their mind, whether they learnt it from the books or they got it throughout their own work, their own experience, whatever the reason behind their wisdom. We need to learn it, whether from the horse mouth directly, or from the written word, or from the spoken word, which is readily available on the social media, on the different apps of the smartphones. I think so. This is something we need to learn, and we need to learn a lot. We need to keep learning as long as we are alive, because this learning will keep our boat afloat, because it will keep us going, because it will keep us mentally fit. And if at all we are mentally fit, if at all the kind of thoughts we are holding is the healthy thought, let me tell you and let me assure you that we will keep improving. It will keep improving, inshallah, with the passage of time. And the time will arrive when we will be the winners, when we will be the succeeders, and the people around us, they too will contact us, and they too will come to listen from us, and they too will come to be taught from us, and they too they too will be trying to seek the benefit out of the knowledge we have got, out of the wisdom we have accumulated, either through our own experiences or from the knowledge we got from somewhere else. I think so. This is the most important knowledge we need to keep getting. We need to keep acquiring as long as we are alive, and it must not stop, and we need to focus. I think we need to concentrate upon it, because there is a lot of negativity around us. We need to wash all of that negativity on the one hand, and we need to fill ourselves. We need to stuff our mind. We need to stuff our brain with the positivity of thought. This positivity of thought is actually essential. I think so. It is a kind of fuel we are in desperately need of, particularly the people living here in our society, because there is a hell of negativity available here and there. We need to wash all that negativity on the one hand, and we need to inculcate, we need to internalize, we need to put this all into our mind, so much, with so much of the repetitions, that it should become our nature. We will inshallah start leading a very good life. Thank you.